We talked about God wanting our attention, getting it, but for our good, not so much for himself, but for our good. This time around, I'm going to share with you how not to always think when something happens, that's the end of it. I had a piece of land in a very prime area, and I was under pressure to construct something on it, as the local authority gives a time frame to how long you can keep it in a state where nothing is built on it. I was having a rough time, like I've said. My business was not doing so good. I had friends, enemies, associates who knew that land was mine, who also knew I was not able to construct. So they were just waiting for the period that is earmarked for construction to elapse so that they can grab it from me. I shared that with my elder brother. He traveled all the way from Ndola to come here and help me to construct a wall fence and a small office, so that I start operating from there as we are waiting to raise enough money to build a structure of my choice. So I was waiting, and then one day I get my security guard coming home in tears and says, "Madam, the wall has collapsed." I said, "What do you mean the wall has collapsed?" So he told me some gentleman came and hit into the wall. So there was a bad accident. But while I was waiting for him to recover, he recovered from the shock, got himself in a situation where he could move, and just reversed and drove off. So he didn't get his phone number. He didn't even get the number of the vehicle. So now there was no way of getting that guy. And you know me, I like to talk to God. So I said, "But God, you know my situation. You know where I am. How could you allow that person to go and hit into my wall? And I'm going to get into a lot of problems now." So I said, "Look, there's nothing we can do." I told the security guard, "Go back. I don't know what to do. We just have to wait. When I have some money, I'll see if we can put that fence back." So now I got in touch with a friend of mine who is into construction. I said, "Look, and come and see what has happened to my wall fence. What do I need in order to put it back together?" So he looked at the wall fence and he said, "It's very funny, but your wall is like someone just gently pushed it over, and all the blocks are intact. The only thing you need right now is just some cement." And that time I needed only 250 kwacha worth of cement. So I said, "Since you already have sand here, which was left over from the construction, you don't even need to spend on that. So it's not going to cost you much." So I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you. So let me look for the cement and I'll let you know." So 3 weeks later, my security guard calls and says, "Madam, the guy who hit into the wall is here and wants to talk to you." I said, "Okay, I'm on my way." So I went, got to the place, and I found the gentleman. So he was very apologetic about having run away. He said, "You see, the time I hit into your fence, I was drunk. And I didn't want to start talking to you or anybody else, because had the police come, I was going to be in big trouble. So I decided to just go away until I can be in a state where I can face you." So now can we talk? Do you want me to give you the money for construction, or do you want my people to construct for you? And since I'd already found out that it wasn't going to cost me much, I said, look, just give me the money and I'll construct myself. So I was like, okay, cool. So what did he do? Brought in his insurance company. They came, took pictures, took drawings, they did all sorts of things and got all the measurements and went back. Then I get a call from the insurance company to say the check is ready. I should go and collect the check. So, fine, I went. And how much was on that check? 4,500 kwacha, and I only needed 250 kwacha to do up my fence. At that point, I hadn't paid the school fees for my children. I didn't have enough food in the house, so wow. I started talking to God again. I was, God, please remind me to keep quiet when something bad happens to me. I didn't know that this was the route God was using to bless me. Because without that accident, I don't know where I would have gotten that kind of money to do the things I needed to do. So I got my money, did what I needed to do, knelt and said thank you to God. So not everything bad that happens is meant to harm us. I hope you too have learned from what happened to me. I hope you've also learned this lesson, and that next time you'll be more patient with God as things go the way you are not expect them to go. So we are going to continue. There's many more where that came from. So please ensure that you hit the notification button so that you are the first ones to know every time there's new content uploaded. Our lifestyle continues. There's more. You'll get not only miracles, but even other subjects. And if there's anything in particular you would like me to tackle, please feel free to suggest. So like I said, I'm a global leader. I've functioned at a world board level. I'm a psychosocial counselor. I've served at national level in different organizations. And I'm a mother, a grandmother. So I think I've learned one or two things along the way. So please subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell. And should you want to reach out to me, should you want to seek clarity or you have questions, please reach out to me through the contact information that will be on the screen, and also through the messages down below. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.